Hey, welcome back, students. All right, so previously we had talked about the focus of this particular chapter. And one of the things that we mentioned last time was that we need to be able to rationalize how ions are created in solution. And I discussed this idea briefly about solubility. And so before we get into any of this big discussion, solubility and how it really interacts in a chemical reaction, I do need to make some time here and talk about some key words that we're going to be using in this discussion when we talk about solutions and solubility. Okay, and so for that, let me just move some of this over here to the side. Here, let me just do this, move it over here, and then I'm going to go ahead and move this as well. Okay, and so the main thing that I want to be able to talk to you a little bit about here is some of the key words. And so some of the key words in this section are the following. And so we need to talk about what a solution is. We need to talk about what a solute is, a solvent, to be soluble, or to be insoluble. Okay, these are all important words that we need to know. And so what I'm going to do now is going to just take some time here and define these for you. Okay, so the solution is going to be that mixture of the compounds that we're studying. The thing about this particular solution is that the solution is a homogeneous mixture. It's usually composed of at least two other items, but they're mixed together and you really can't tell them apart. And so let me write this down here. So this is going to be a mixture of two or more substances. And what we see here is that this mixture is a homogeneous mixture. Okay, and so we usually say that this solution then is going to have the two substances. The general ones are, one is the solute, which is the next thing we're going to define, and it also has the solvent. So let's go ahead and define solute. Solute is going to be that substance that is going to dissolve. And it's usually going to dissolve in the solvent. And so that's the next one. And so the solvent is the substance that dissolves the solute. Or another way of saying this, the solvent is the substance in which the solute dissolves in. Okay? And so if something dissolves, we say that that particular substance is soluble. So one thing here about the soluble, that means that a substance is able to dissolve. And if it's not able to dissolve, then we say that it is insoluble. So substance not able to dissolve. Now, the other item that I need to talk to you a little bit about is this idea of aqueous. What does aqueous mean? Because that's a big question. I'm going to go ahead and write this at the very top here. And so oftentimes we're going to see this item called aqueous. And so what does this mean? Well, aqueous is is represented by the symbol AQ in many of the reactions. And what this means is that the substance that you're dealing with, whether that be, any compound, that means that this particular substance is mixed with water. And so that means that that substance is usually dissolved in the water. Okay, so let's go ahead and write that out for you. And so that's what we see here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and cut it here at this point. In the next video, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you a little bit about the designations for type, or the compound phase type. That means things like solids, liquids, gases, aqueous, and start to put the pieces together from what we've already learned in the past with stoichiometry. Now we're going to apply this into solution stoichiometry, and then we'll solve some problems in the next couple of videos as well. All right, so if you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe, keep watching, keep learning, and we'll see you in the next video.